Attention maggots, this is Sergeant Slaughter from WWE and G.I. Joe, the real American hero. You're listening to Mega Power Radio. Don't touch that dial. And that's an order.
Shut up.
What's shaking, Mega Maniacs? It is Monday, November 17th, and we just finished watching tonight's edition of Monday Night Raw. But more importantly, I want to welcome you, Drew Cruvians, because it's a very special edition of the Raw Post Show tonight. It's Drew White Appreciation Night. Yeah, the little guy has taken quite a beating from us over the past number of months. And I think it's important to make sure that he feels welcomed here, because we do like Drew and we want him to feel special. So tonight, it's all about Drew and the Drew crew. So everyone, please fill us with warm wishes and kind words about Mr. Drew White and all of his things that he surrounds him with. But we'll get things kicked off here as just us panelists. First off, my name is Mike Paden, station director here at Mega Powers Radio, and I am the person who put together this little shindig, so you can thank me for the wonderful party. I'll also be having Mr. Tony Mango with me, the president of Smark Out Moment and Fanboys Anonymous. What's shaking, Tony?
Not too much. What's up with you, man?
Just chilling, excited to be here and celebrate Drew with all of you. And, of course, I should introduce the guest of honor, the Drew man himself, Mr. Drew White. What's shaking, Drew?
Well, I got to thank you for throwing this little extravagance of a party you got going on here. And
dude,
also,
I spared no expense, man. Look at these decorations all over the place, dude. Freaking the Fonz is here. It's an amazing party.
You know, I might go to the Kool-Aid. I might go to get some punch here in a bit. That punch looks good.
Whoa. Nobody spiked the punch, okay? While we appreciate Drew, he is still underage. We cannot be having alcohol at this party. So I'll be very careful with that stuff.
And also, I had my appreciation night, but then I forgot all my recording stuff at home because I'm going back to college, so I'm doing this with crappy set. So hopefully it's not too bad for the Drew crew.
Drew, nothing is too bad for you tonight, man. You can do whatever you want. It is all about you this evening here on the Raw Post Show on Mega Powers Radio. And as I said, we want to hear what all of you out there got to say about Drew White, as well as maybe Raw too, I guess, but Drew's more important. If you got something to say, dial in with your telephone. Area code 760-512-7247 is the number to dial in. We already got a couple folks in line. I'm going to ask y'all just to keep waiting patiently just for a few more minutes. We'll be opening up the phone lines around 11:30, but if you want to get on the show, get yourself in line because those phone lines are filling fast, as is the chat room. Really busy already. Thank you all you guys for showing up tonight. We got 5 times combo, Ferris 419, Chaotic, Wazilian, Silent Wind of Doom.
It's a doom, a wind.
Oh gosh, it is a really fun night. I could tell everyone is happy to be here to talk about Drew. So why don't we talk this night off with each saying something nice about Drew. So Tony, why don't you start us off? Why don't you say something nice about Drew?
I love how you're already laughing about this. I love Drew's laugh.
Which laugh specifically are you? What laugh are you talking about? Are you talking about like the giggles laugh? Or are you talking about the snake laugh?
I'm talking about all of them. I love the snake. The I love the little squeak laughs that pop up every once in a while. Drew's laugh. Big thumbs up.
I love Drew's ability to get a catchphrase over. Drew has some of the most ridiculous things that people have said on the show, and he has managed to get them over. You know, it's almost to a point where he can say the dumbest thing in the world about onions, and he can get it over. But I do a better job of it. Yeah, almost. It's only actually funny when I say it. Stephen Wago, I don't know if he's listening out there. He's been having some troubles getting connected to the show. I know a couple of you out there may be wondering where he is, and that may be being generous. But yeah, he should be joining us shortly. He's just having some troubles connecting it with Skype. Oh, looks like there he is again. Let's see if we can get him on here. Mr. Wago, you with us? Oh, wait. Wrong button. Mr. Wago, you with us?
Hey, you had a bit of a failure there. I think I'm here. We'll find out in a second.
All right, well, we'll see if we can stick around. Well, while we got you for a second, why don't you say something nice about Drew?
I like how his stuttering makes me feel better about myself.
Wow. All right.
Hey. All right.
Drew White Appreciation Night continues. Anyone out there in the chat room, if you got anything nice that you would like to say about Mr. Drew White, feel free to drop it in the chat room. We will read it here on the air. So if Drew doesn't mind, I'd like to take a moment to just talk about Raw, just for a second, just for a second. We're not going to take the spotlight too far away. I'd like to ask you guys what the number one thing you took away from tonight's episode of Raw was. Wago, while we got you, why don't you go first?
Man, it's fucking atrocious. That's the biggest thing I took away from it. I hated tonight's show. One good storyline does not save an entire product, and that is more. Tonight is more proof of that than anything.
Tony, what about you? What's the number one thing you took away tonight?
Stall.
Stallman?
Everything was a fucking stall. Whether it was dragging out the promos or
Dragons?
Like a bathroom stall?
Or the way that they were
Dragon
zooming in on the
Grumpy?
fucking Grumpy Cat thing, where they decided that they were going to go the real slow method just to, get the drama going on or whatever like that. This was a total stall of a night. They needed to fill 3 hours worth of programming, and they decided to book an hour and a half's worth and just kind of let everything else drag along.
And I have to pretty much agree with you on that one. This was a very, very slow moving Raw. Taking one out of the chat room here, Wazili says, the number one thing I took away is I still dislike Cena. Can't blame you on that one. Our guest of honor,
It's over tonight.
our guest of honor, Mr. Drew White. What did you take away from Raw tonight?
That Darren Young is still the bunny.
How?
Did you turn lights?
Yeah, I get. He must be that Michael Jackson thing, that whatever the fuck it's called. I think that's actually what it's called. Whatever it's called.
The Michael Jackson
Plastic
thing?
surgery?
That's the
Yeah.
medical term for it, the Michael Jackson thing.
Yeah, of course.
See, it's
I
kind
mean,
of like Lou Gehrig's disease. It's the Michael Jackson
Michael
thing.
Jackson disease. Yeah. I mean, that buddy was a little frisky tonight, and that might be my ugliest one. That or Eric Rowan's face. Oh my god. This
No.
actually, I actually don't hate this Raw. It was just okay,
Yeah.
but there's some things just made my night tonight about this Raw.
There were some easy lows, and it was definitely slow. It wasn't awful. There's been far, far worse episodes of Raw, and we've said this dozens and dozens of times on the show, so I hate repeating myself every week. I mean, what kind of asshole would say the same thing on a radio show every single week in and week out? This would be a much better show if it was only 2 hours instead of 3 hours. Do you guys agree? If this was cut. If they cut an hour off this would have been a much more easier to digest show.
Well, definitely, but the issue is whenever they have a 2-hour show, they book it terribly as well, so shit, no matter which way you get it.
I think that WWE's mentality, kind of like what they did with the Hulu stuff, is if they had a 2-hour show, they would have dragged things out the same, but they would have just cut out like 2 of the matches. Like we wouldn't have had the tag team match that we had with the 4 different tag teams. They would have used that time to drag out the other segments more, because it would have been like, look, we need like 8 minutes of Grumpy Cat zoom ins still, and we need, I think they still would have fucked it up, but if they would have done it in the way that they should, cutting that hour definitely would have made a big difference, and it would have been a lot more digestible.
Well,
Whoever does the stuff at NXT if they were running this show, it would have been a lot more concise.
Oh no, those
Well,
are amateurs.
I don't know. Triple H was doing an interview last week or something. It was like for the WWE 2K15 and stuff like that. And someone asked him like, why do people think that the 3-hour Raw sucks compared to NXT that everyone usually likes? And he says it's because those people each week have to write 3 hours worth of stuff out. NXT only has to write 1 hour. So I feel like if you take the NXT people over to Raw, they'll be good at first, but I think over time they'll start to have those issues that the writing staff has now.
Well, the thing is from the production side of things, they'd have the benefit of not being Kevin Dunn.
So they're not Kevin.
That's right. You're not.
They're not quite done. They're about like medium well.
Shut up.
They're Kevin Raw. So
Kevin Raw is war.
one thing that we haven't mentioned, and I have to say that this really didn't feel like it, this was the go-home edition of a show to Survivor Series, what was once considered one of the big 5 or 4 pay-per-views of the year. The second oldest annual pay-per-view that the WWE is running right now. Does not feel like it at all.
Is it still annual if they missed a year?
Did they miss a year?
I'm pretty confident they missed a year.
I don't
It
think
almost
so.
would have seemed like a bigger deal going into the biggest, not the biggest, but one of the big 4 pay-per-views if, the champion would have been there. Maybe? Huh?
Hey, fuck
Well,
off.
the Intercontinental Champion will be, which we have a new one of with Luke Harper.
Yeah.
Just throwing that out there.
Ooh, greasy shirt.
I'm looking. It doesn't look like they've missed a year for Survivor Series.
Well, fuck me, I guess.
All right. Well, then fuck you then.
Just
What's going to happen now that Luke Harper is the champion? He's got all those dirty clothes that the white Intercontinental title is just going to be so smudged now.
Oh, dude, that's going to be awesome. I hope he, greases the shit out of
they
it.
should totally stain the white Intercontinental strap for him.
Yeah.
Give it sweat stains and stuff.
It's going to turn
And then-
back to the brown Intercontinental title belt.
After he's worn enough, give it to someone who's all prim and proper, or Tyler Breeze.
You know what actually would be kind of cool is if they gave the title an alligator skin strap.
I'd be okay with that.
Yeah, that'd be pretty
Can't
neat.
be any uglier than Taker's pants in that one match with the fucking leopard print.
So our teams got shaken up a bit tonight, or at least John Cena's did. We had an attack across all the members. It was looking like John Cena might be going into this by himself, or he's going to completely find new people. Well, Dolph Ziggler comes back from injury at the end, still seeming like he's going to be good to go on Sunday. Sheamus and Big Show also getting taken out. Sheamus seeming like he's done. He's not going to be there in Survivor Series. Big Show, however, will be. We also got a surprise entrant of Eric Rowan, which was a huge surprise. I don't think anyone saw that guy coming out. He came out with the sheep mask. Him and Luke Harper exchanged views. Probably the biggest pop that Eric Rowan ever will get in his entire career. And yeah,
Discount Sheamus.
Eric Rowan is on the team now. Good for him. I guess he got released from Sheamus's basement or wherever he was being held while Sheamus was stealing his hair and gluing it to his face.
It's Sheamus is injured. Well, I know someone with the exact same hair.
Silent Wind of Doom says Paden does know that Luke Harper isn't Skinner, right? In regards to the leather belt comment. And Ryback finally choosing a side. He's not just going to be on Team Ryback. He will be on Team Cena.
I'm not Team Ryback, guys.
I don't know. What do you guys think about these changes to the teams? Drew, you want to start? It is Drew White Appreciation Night.
I guess I will. I mean, this might be not the best Survivor Series match ever, but I'm actually kind of looking forward to it now that Eric Rowan's in it, honestly. That caught me by surprise so much that I'm actually willing to give it a shot. Even though him as a face and being Renee Young's stalker, if he's still doing that, it's kind of weird, but I'm fine with it. I think it'll be interesting in the least bit.
Anyone else?
I'm curious. how this is going to work out. I'm sure that we're going to break this down in more detail when we do the predictions on Smack Talk later this week, and we'll have a better idea of what the finality of it is. But right now, I'm confused. Is Cesaro on the team? Is it going to be 6 people on that team?
No, they were just grouping Cesaro with that.
Yeah, he's just a
Because I would be
for the
much more
Authority.
excited if you would have added Cesaro and brought Sheamus back and had 6-on-6 instead. Like, this is a really underwhelming card right now, and as much as you're kind of forced to just, it's like a 2-match kind of card. You know, the Bray Wyatt, Dean Ambrose match and this match are really the only things. So if that's going to take up an hour's worth of time, or maybe even more, then add the more people to it as possible, because Cesaro's not going to have a match otherwise unless he fights somebody like Jack Swagger or Adam Rose or something stupid like that. So I'm a little bit curious about what they do with that, and I'm curious why they would have taken Sheamus out of the match if that's the case. And if they do that, then it's going to be a handicap match. If they go ahead and they knock Sheamus out of it, it's going to be 5-on-4, and I kind of don't want them to do that, because then it taints the win if Team Authority wins, and it makes Team Authority look like crap if Team Cena wins. So I'm really curious to see what they do over the next week, but we'll know more by tomorrow night, and then we'll be able to take it from there.
You think Sheamus is taking some time off?
I hope so.
If he is, he picked a damn stupid time to do it, because WWE needs everybody that they could possibly get right now.
No,
they don't have Baden Barrett. They don't have Roman Reigns. They don't have Daniel Bryan. Jericho's not back yet. RVD isn't even popping up around, and I'm not the biggest RVD fan out there, but he would be somebody that they could toss into the mid-card or something to help fill that spot. If Sheamus decided that he wanted to just take some time off now, fuck him.
He could be like having a nagging injury or something like that. Like, it might not be his complete choice.
Maybe, but man, this is a bad month for WWE.
Nagger.
Wago, you got anything to say about the teams, or am I going to regret giving you mic time?
Here's the thing with Eric Rowan. I just don't get how he ended up going to Team John Cena. First, he's a fucking stalker, which should make him a heel or a creep. Then he's angry about cats. What is this, Seth Rollins? I just don't understand how he became a babyface all of a sudden. It's just random. But,
well, I could get behind someone who loves Renee, because I am totally all about that Renee Young.
Yeah, but you could get behind Renee too.
Didn't Eric take the stuffed cat? Maybe that's what turned him face.
Yeah, he was looking for that Renee Young pussy, but he has to settle for the plush Grumpy Cat.
There you go.
Oh, goodness.
Damn it, Tony. And you worried about giving me mic time.
Gonna pull a couple comments out of the chat room here. Creepers Under Radar says, shit, Larry the Cable Inspector doesn't seem that much better than the cat. Yeah,
I'd much rather have the cat.
I'd rather have the cat. Fuck Larry the Cable Guy.
I'd rather have Keyboard Cat next week. Would have been much more entertaining.
Oh, yeah.
5 times combo says, would have been cool if Cena came out and was like, Survivor Series will now be Team Authority versus Team Ryback, and then the big guy comes out and big guys all over everyone.
I'd love to hear the commentary on that. The big guy is big guying all over everyone.
Man, big guy to the left, big guy to the right. He's big guying all over this place.
This is his new finisher. The big guy hits him with the big guy.
All I gotta say about that is
The big guy.
I love how he just not ignored that like heel persona that he had going for a while. He's just evolved it into his face character. It's awesome.
That's how you're supposed to do it. You're supposed to be.
Yeah.
You're supposed to have layers, like an onion.
Yeah,
or an
Dolph
ogre.
Ziggler.
Onions.
So I'm gonna do him bringing out some Mackie D's in the chat.
A Divas match.
This is a
Oh my God, that's good now.
Divas match. All right, guys, we're starting to cycle out of control here. Let's bring out our first caller, and you know who it is. Our usual first caller. His name is JD, and he's from Pittsburgh.
Hold on to your butts.
JD, you there, bud?
I'm here, Michael. What's going on? How you doing, guys?
Absolutely tremendous, man. How you doing tonight?
I go.
Well, I'll tell you what, though. I'm thankful that my Pittsburgh Steelers just won against the Tennessee Titans. That was a great game, and I was flipping back and forth between that and Raw, and I won my fantasy by 1 point, though. Antonio Brown saved my ass late in the game. He needed the winning points, however, so that was big. I mean, they needed this win. They were up early. They struggled a little bit in the second half, however, but they got together in the fourth quarter when it happened, and they went on to win. And they still are keeping their hopes alive, let's just say, in more ways than one after they eked out a very close win in Tennessee tonight.
Yeah, it's good for you, Ozzy. But, JD, I don't know if you heard, it's Drew White Appreciation Night. So before we get too deep into anything...
And it's also JD night, too. So, Drew, we're definitely going to get you deserve the honor.
Whoa. All right, man, you are not taking this night away from Drew. All right, this is Drew's night. So, before we get into Raw, I need you, JD, to say something nice to Drew White. And that's going to go for all callers.
Look, I'm not saying this to be mean, but I'm saying Drew's the man. What can you say? This is his night. He deserves it. It's going to be my night coming up in about less than a month. But it's my birthday, boys.
Ooh.
Right after TLC, December 15th.
Yeah, man. Let the man finish.
Why do you need to jack Drew's night tonight?
Yeah, make sure.
I'm saying tonight's Drew's night, and he deserves this honor. Just like the Steelers deserve this win, it should be all about Drew tonight, baby. It's all about Drew tonight.
I'm just saying, we all better see invites to that birthday party in the mail.
Yes, I'll let you know, Pastor. Let's get to Raw and Roanoke, however. I mean, tonight's show was a piece of shit show again. What's that?
Wait, did you say anything nice about Drew?
Yeah, I said Drew's the king. He deserves it. This is his night to be honored. I was a nice guy. I wasn't being a jerk about it. I'm being dead serious. I mean, Drew deserves this honor tonight. This is his night to shine, just like the Steelers. I mean, Drew deserves a big celebration tonight. That's what I'm saying.
Wago just doesn't understand nice things when they're said. He's not used to saying them himself.
Let's get to Raw tonight, shall we, boys? I mean, as they always say.
They do say that.
Again, let's go on. I mean, this was a piece of effing shit show. I mean, you had Luke Harper win the IC title to start out the show, obviously by beating Mr. Ziggles, Dolph Ziggler, and of course, once again, however, you have to have the Authority kissing each other's ass and blowing each other at every turn. Let's see. Oh, let's give Luke Harper the IC title tonight because he's a new team member of Team Authority. And what happens? He steals the IC title. And what happens before that? Oh, that's right. You have Seth Suck Me Off Rollins, who hasn't defended his little briefcase and his little goons, if you will. Noble Mercury bash Ziggler. What happens? Oh, they're not going to get fined, obviously. Then you have the world's toughest big fat ass Mark Henry take out basically along with Rusev the Commie, however, Big Show and freaking Sheamus. Yeah, that's going to really sell. Then you have the stupid Divas affair, however, Nikki, Brie, and AJ, and there's talk already that this might be AJ's last match, however, possibly at Survivor Series, and they're talking about bringing back Eve Torres. What did they do with the Dean Ambrose Wyatt thing? Not a damn thing tonight. They just did absolutely shit with that. Then you have probably one of the best matches of the night, and was a good match, too, Ryback and Cesaro. I thought that was a pretty entertaining match, if you ask me. But all in all, once again, the ending was okay, but obviously, once again, it's all about Stephanie, Triple H, and their butt buddies, if you will, kissing each other's ass, however, before Cena saves the day. And like I said, I mean, I am hoping, I've been saying for months and weeks on end, that it's time to end the Authority storyline. I really do. I mean, it just goes to show you, I mean, no one, obviously, they're all about each other, kissing each other's ass. Let's see, Seth Rollins, Kane, Noble, Mercury. Why isn't Triple H, as I said last week, and I've said for a long time now, why isn't Triple H came back in the ring? Oh, obviously because he has no balls to get back in the ring, because he has no, if he figures, oh, I'm not going to do it because I shouldn't be back in the ring. I'll let my friends do it for me because I'm afraid to hide under my wife's skirt. Grow a set of balls, Triple H. You get back in the ring for one match if you have any balls whatsoever. Oh, obviously you won't because you have to have your friends do it for you. But again, this was a piece of shit show. The Grumpy Cat thing was okay for what it was. Next week, you got, like you said, Larry the Cable Guy in Indianapolis. It's going to be interesting to see what happens there. I don't think it's going to be that great of a show the night after Survivor Series, but I hope it is because I'd like to see the Authority be put in their place, but it's probably not going to happen. But this was absolutely a piece of shit show to go home to for Survivor Series. And like I said, high point, low point, obviously best match of the night, Ryback, Cesaro. Worst match of the night, I'm going to say it was the first match of the night. Why would you give Luke Harper the IC title after 1 week of turning into the Authority new stooge, if you will, and give him your second biggest title? It's a crock of shit.
Fucking bullshit!
Oh,
so,
no, you know, for this week, I think we're all going to be in agreement with you. This was a pretty terrible show.
Yeah.
Yep. Are you going to be watching Survivor Series this weekend, JD?
Yeah, I'll be watching with some friends of mine at my my bar up the street here in Pittsburgh. Yeah, I'll be watching.
Your bar? You own a bar?
No. The bar up the street, the Fox and Hound, which is up like 50 feet from my house. However, I usually go up there with some friends of mine. However, we watch the show. However.
Oh, fancy.
Well, like I said, next month with TLC next month, it's going to be interesting. And then right after TLC, it's my birthday, so very good time.
Celebrate good times, come on.
But like I said, it's all about Drew tonight. So if Drew wants to ask me a question, I'm only going to let the guest of honor, Drew, ask me my first question tonight because it is his night.
Actually, JD. Now.
He wants to do. We can do it together.
No, actually, I think we're gonna shake things up a little bit tonight, and I think tonight we're gonna do Ask Drew. So JD,
okay.
Why don't you ask Drew a question?
All right. This is actually gonna be a real good one, Drew. In all honesty, what was the first ever pay-per-view you ever recall watching, and what match was it?
So, am I only talking about the first match of the pay-per-view? Well, the first pay-per-view I watched was WrestleMania 20, and I remember the Eddie Guerrero Kurt Angle match in the
great match,
and in the triple threat Benoit, Triple H, and Shawn Michaels. That's when I started watching wrestling after that.
Okay. Yep, that's a good one. I've been watching it longer, but I figured that would be a good question.
I'm only fucking 19, dude. So that was in 2004. I think it'd still be 8, honestly, when I first watched that. 8 or 9.
What year were you born in, Drew?
I feel fucking old.
Yeah, I know.
What year were you born in, Drew?
1995.
Oh my God, I've almost been watching wrestling as long as you've been born.
The great ladder match too in the year of Nitro. Good thing. I was graduating high school about that time, 95, 96. So okay.
No, it's like this. If anyone ever asks me who my favorite wrestler is, I hate it's Shawn Michaels because he was one of the first people I really started liking, him and Eddie Guerrero. But the issue is that both of those guys were like right when I started watching, or Shawn Michaels was like he's a 90s guy, and he was just helping out the younger talent in the 2000s. So it's just really weird if like someone who's like Paden, he's like, how could like Shawn Michaels? You even see him in 1994. It's Survivor Series.
I never said that.
No.
I don't know. I was just pointing out you're the oldest one out of all of us here.
Drew, you got two good guys you mentioned there in 95 that had some great matches. I mean, you can't go with Shawn the Razor, like I said, in the ladder match too. You can go with Eddie and Dean Malenko the last time they met in ECW, and even before that, they had some great moments in ECW together. So, I mean, you picked a real good year to start watching wrestling. I started watching wrestling, I think, when I was, Jesus, this is me sounding crazy, but I think it was when the Crockett's, the AWA, the NWA, the WWE All-American Wrestling Hour. So that shows you how old I am. I think around 83, 84 is when I started watching wrestling.
God damn. Well, my favorite time period was WCW in 1997.
There's a great match that came out of that. We all know what that was. Eddie and Rey Mysterio, Halloween Havoc, DDP and Savage, the Las Vegas Last Man Standing. Two great matches.
Well, we know it wasn't Hogan and Sting.
No, but we also know it was also the same year too. If you remember the infamous three-way dance with Sandman, Terry Funk, and who was it? C.B. Richards, Barely Legal. If you remember that year too. And I have that DVD, by the way. Okay,
fancy.
So that was my question to ask. All right, who's next?
Wago, you got anything for Ask Drew?
Why hasn't your dad got you a PS4 yet?
I don't know. My dad doesn't like me that much. I don't even. I think my dad's retiring soon, apparently. From what?
Oh man! So he's gonna get his retirement checks. He'll be able to buy you that PS4 before you know it.
That's what I was thinking. No, he's like, oh, he didn't know we moved. Then, like, I told him we moved. He's like, oh my god,
I didn't know you moved.
Money. No.
He really does fucking hate you.
No, he lives in New Jersey. I only talk to him every once in a while.
Do you think he's listening?
No, my dad.
Is your mom listening?
Oh yeah, funny
Is your
story.
sister listening?
They haven't texted me yet. Funny story. My mom texted me earlier. She's like, "Congrats on True Appreciation Night," and I was like, "How did you figure it out?"
Congrats.
I hope AJ turns up. Maybe he'll take his shirt off.
I did see your sister like the post that I made. So hi Kate, if you're listening, call me.
Hi Kate.
Tony, you got anything for Ask Drew?
Did your parents ever replace the burnt chairs yet?
Well, we just moved into an apartment, so we probably can't.
So you just left the burnt chairs there?
Probably threw it away. No one gets inside jokes because inside jokes are inside.
Here's the inside joke. He burnt some chairs.
Yeah, here's it's not really an inside joke. We've talked about this story. All of us were supposed to go to New York Comic Con together, and Wago pulled out last minute because he couldn't get something done at his job, and Drew pulled out last minute because he set fire to a bunch of chairs and his parents grounded him. So there, now it's all in the air.
God.
Hey, it could be worse. You could have shat your pants.
No, that would be
That'd be an amateur mistake. Right, Caitlin?
Right?
Right.
Oh, man. You know, I'm asking the chat room to submit questions for Ask Drew, but they're coming up empty. I'm very disappointed in you, chat room. Drew White deserves your love. Please submit questions for Drew White. In the meantime, though, I mean, we can continue to Ask Drew going out through the entire show. So, chat room, anytime you want to ask a question for Drew White, pop it in there. We'll pull it up. But in the meantime, I know you requested this last week's JD, but I think we can pull it off this week. You want to hang out for a little bit while we bring on Jeff?
Sure. I mean, I haven't talked to Jeff in a couple weeks. We might as well get. I'm going to hear Jeff, and also Jeff and I can do our little ranter, and we can get Drew in the panel too. Why not? If the three of us can do a three-way argument tonight. I'm in the mood tonight. I mean, I'm in a good mood tonight as it is.
All right.
Oh, good for you.
Well, at least I hope this is Jeff. It's this caller from the 540. You never know who it's going to be when we pick it up, so let's see who it is.
It's not really Stone Cold.
540, you're live on the Raw Post Show. You there with us? 540. Hello, 540.
Vacant's calling in.
I think it's Bray Wyatt.
Are you sure this isn't a band?
It might be Bray Wyatt calling from the road.
Oh, no, someone's having a stroke.
40 of 40. It's time.
I don't know what to...
40. To finally fall.
I don't know who this is. Who's calling, guys?
I have no idea.
You know who this is?
No idea.
Is it not Jeff?
The Reaper of Wayward Soul.
Oh, it's Skinner.
It's Repo Man?
The Lord of Darkness.
Goon.
Harry Horowitz.
I am going to take somebody's soul here tonight.
Iron Mike Sharp.
Oh, no, wait. He just tried to take somebody's soul. My shoes are in danger.
Papa Shango.
Survivor Series. It's going to be the end of the game as we know it.
Okay.
The 40. And they will.
Uh-huh.
Where the fuck's my weed? Yeah, I'm gonna smoke.
What's up?
Yeah, fine.
Oh, it's Jeff.
Hey.
He fooled us again.
We almost got to come to my body.
What? What? What?
He's talking to the wrong side of the phone. Got upside down.
Oh, God.
Well, anyway, hello, guys. How are ya?
Oh, there's Jeff.
We
Okay.
got him.
How you doing, Jeff?
I want to say first of all, happy birthday, Drew. You deserve it, man. I'll give you a birthday song after I'm done here. And
Okay.
Awesome.
how you doing, JD?
How you doing there? What's going on tonight?
Not much happening here. I just
Me
got
either.
off
My
an
Steelers won tonight,
interesting.
so I'm happy about it. Besides being Drew night, I'm happy the Steelers won. So it's two good things tonight. The Steelers and Drew's night, all in one Monday night. So it's a very happy Monday.
Yeah, but I still like the Redskins. Who are we facing? The Redskins? Are you guys facing us soon? The Steelers and the Redskins?
No, not this year. We don't get you guys this year, but they need some help after what happened
lucky.
yesterday with Tampa Bay. Jesus God, I mean, RG3 looked like a piece of crap yesterday.
RG3 is certainly the worst quarterback in my time. I thought he was good, but I don't think he's not good anymore. But anyway, let's get on to wrestling, shall we?
Yes, we shall. I think.
Yeah,
Mike,
go ahead.
for that, Mike, what do you think?
Yeah, no, I think let's hear Jeff's rundown of Raw. We all have said it's a shit show. Jeff, what do you think about it?
What about that ending? Eric Rowan showing up, replacing Sheamus as a member of Team of 40. I think Luke Harper had to be shitting in his pants.
Yeah, his face went white. Let me ask you this, though. What do you think about Luke Harper winning the IC title to start out the show?
Well, if Harper winning the IC title, then I say it's a major start for him to be put in the singles run. And yet when you join the 40 first, you give him the Intercontinental title, which I'm pretty sure you were right on, JD. Triple H and Stephanie sucking each other saying, hey, why don't we give Luke Harper a title shot? Bingo! Yeah. Luke Harper wins the title. Bingo!
Yep. Yeah, and it all started, too, if you remember, too, and I told the boys earlier, however, it was because of Seth, Mr. Kiss-Ass Rollins, and Mercury and Noble bashing Ziggler to start out the show, even before the match went on.
Mercury and Noble are everywhere, man.
I know.
Mercury and Noble are everywhere, dude.
Yep, they're the Stooges 2.0.
Yeah.
That's all they are.
Yeah, it sounds like the feed's breaking up. Can I hear you guys okay?
I'm okay. I don't know about anyone else. Guys, you okay over there?
Yeah, you sound good to me.
Okay.
What is good? I feel like we're all at the underground right now, but I'm still here.
Okay. What about your take on the whole thing, and Drew, maybe you can just share with us, too, about the rumor that AJ Lee might be fighting her last match on Sunday, possibly. There was talk they might bring a familiar face back to the WWE in the Diva division if Nikki should capture the title on Sunday.
Well, remember last summer, AJ Lee was almost. There was rumors going around that AJ was pregnant, and the rumors were not true about her wrestling her last match. So I don't know if that's happened yet. But then again, JD, it is too early. It's too early to know this, you know.
Yeah.
Yeah. But
I've heard Eve Torres is being. I've heard Eve Torres is being rumored to be coming back maybe at this point. There's some talk.
Oh yeah, I heard all that. I heard all of that speculation too.
Yeah.
And if she does come back, it would be nice for her to start a program with Nikki.
Yeah.
Because if Nikki were to win the Divas title, then that opens up, new challengers to face Nikki for the title and all.
Yeah.
Yeah. Other thing I want to get on with Ryback versus Cesaro, that to me was probably one of the good 5-star match, if not the best.
Yeah. I told the guys that too. It was 14 minutes. It was good. They could have given at least 5 or 6 more minutes. They stole the show tonight in Roanoke, I think. The crowd really ate it up tonight.
Yeah, Ryback and Cesaro. Man, that was pretty much a good, well-balanced match,
Part of a well-balanced
match. I really thought we would see it like 8 or 9 minutes, but they definitely killed it out there tonight, man.
Yeah, they went 15 full minutes, and they didn't slow down. They kept each other up, and they kept going with each other, and that really impressed me tonight with both of them. Let me ask you this, though. There's one guy that's on his way back soon. Is Bad News Barrett, however. Do you see Bad News Barrett maybe getting into a program with someone like Rusev maybe for the U.S. title, possibly upon his return?
I'll tell you this. I think that Bad News Barrett was originally expecting a storyline when he was injured and he had to vacate the Intercontinental title.
Right.
But you made a very good point. I would think we would see Barrett and Rusev one-on-one, although Barrett's from England and Rusev's from Russia. So there's not really...
they're allies and everything.
So, yeah, really, we could see like an England beat Russia, but...
Yeah, but I think
I don't know if that could happen or not.
I think it could, because I think before Barrett got hurt, and the guys will agree with me, maybe you will too, Barrett was getting a lot of pops, though. I mean, he had the whole bad news thing going on. The fans ate it up, and I think if he comes back as a face, I think they can still buy into him.
Yeah, because you see, JD, when he was a part of the Nexus, he got a lot of more boos. But when he had that bad news Barrett character, the fans just were in love with him. And you can tell after WrestleMania 30 when he wrestled Rey Mysterio, all the crowd was really behind him. So I think Barrett should definitely be in line for a face run, too.
Well, you mentioned Rey Mysterio, and the rumors out there are saying that he's finishing up in April, possibly at WrestleMania. Does Rey possibly return at the end of the year, early next year? And if so, who will his last run be against, do you see?
I really can't. I really don't know, but I think only time will tell. Although it's too early, but I do really believe that only time will tell. And speaking of returns, I've looked somewhere on wrestling sources that Roman Reigns is scheduled to come back to face Rusev very soon.
Yeah, in December.
Surprise, motherfucker.
I'll never get tired of hearing that.
Me either. But yeah, I heard he's due back in December, actually, the day, like right before Christmas, I think, and he's already advertised for the night before the 21st, however, and then I think he'll probably be, I would imagine, on that SmackDown the day after Christmas, and maybe that Monday night in Minneapolis, right before Christmas, I would imagine, we'll see him back in the ring. I'll tell you, the one guy I did watch, however, and we've talked about him in the past, however, I mean, recently online tonight, however, before Raw, I saw an interview they did this week with Daniel Bryan on Friday in San Francisco. He still doesn't know when he's coming back. I mean, they're saying the Rumble at the earliest. They're saying February. When do we see him return, do you think?
I would agree with you, JD. I think he should return at the Royal Rumble. But he said he was going to get second surgery too.
Right.
But I would like to see him at the Royal Rumble.
Right.
But I don't know about the second surgery. So if that were to happen, then I would say Bryan would come back by WrestleMania time. If he had that surgery, don't get me wrong, JD. If he had that surgery, it'll be probably at least around WrestleMania 31 time.
Yeah. Okay, and then what about this new member of the New Day stable, Kofi Kingston, Big E, Xavier Woods? How do you think it's going to go, and will the fans really quickly catch on to this, or do you think it's going to fizzle out just like the Adam Rose thing?
Oh, it'll be like the Nation of Domination. It'll be like the Nation of Domination back in 1997 because Kofi, Xavier, and Big E, I think they've been held down long enough.
Man, those guys just go and go, huh?
Yeah, no.
I wish I'd go fucking away.
They said they were going to bring me in, but they never did.
No, they didn't. How are we going to take care of this one, guys? Fan poll in the chat room.
So wait, can those two still hear each other?
They can still hear each other, so they're probably still talking to each other.
Okay, so we're on air with the rest of the normal audience, right?
Yes.
Okay.
They have no idea.
I wonder if this will just go on for, an hour.
Check back in, see if they're still going. And then check back out.
Yeah.
Big E's a former champion. Kofi.
Play is not.
We're still here. Count of four.
Okay. Big E's a former champion. Kofi's a former Intercontinental champion, a tag team champion, and a former U.S. champion.
Yeah. Do you think, like I said, when do you think they'll make their debut? I'm thinking maybe around TLC, maybe sometime late December, I'm thinking, with them. They've been showing the vignettes the last few weeks, but I don't know if they're going to do it sooner. What do you think?
I guess it might happen probably right around the time TLC rolls around.
Oh, my goodness. What the fuck?
Man, they're taking all my material.
I really think we should just, keep going now and just, come back in, 5 minutes.
Well, they kind of thought they weren't on for a minute.
No, they I think it's only because we brought him back on and Wago was laughing. I'm like, dumb motherfuckers. Although they might have just thought he was just laughing at the New Day guys.
Oh wait, so did they hear me calling each other fucking stupid?
Yeah, probably. But like I said, they might have just thought you were talking about Kofi and Big E.
Stupid. I was talking about Ryback. You're stupid. Oh man. So how's everyone's day been?
So should we just like break the news and tell them that they're fucking idiots and kick them away for life?
I don't know. This is Drew White Appreciation Night. What do you want to do, Drew?
Yeah, it's on you, Drew.
It's all on your conscience, Drew. Whatever happens tonight, it's all on you.
And we will respect and laugh at your decision.
Well, will they know it's my decision?
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Nah. Keep them on.
All right. What if they didn't know it was your decision?
Wait, here's the thing, guys. They have to start asking me like 5 questions each.
You want them to ask you 5 questions each? If I bring them in, they have to ask you 5 questions each?
Hey, Drew, why do I talk like this?
Never mind, I figured that make it 2 questions each.
So when a dude says, "Aw, Drew's got a heart."
Well, there's one Jeff asking questions, so might as well make Jeff ask questions. He's probably has something not interesting, but something better than
something
anyone else.
Not interesting.
Why is my name not Jeff? I'm John.
It's because you're not Jeff.
Why can't you guys get this?
Maybe next week.
I didn't think it was not good, guys.
Yeah, we should check on them.
All right, everyone shut up.
Ascension are going to team up.
Yeah.
Somewhere down the road with Dean Ambrose.
Yeah.
Because I think Bray Wyatt and Dean Ambrose will be an okay match, but I don't think the fans will get less into it because you're going to see the main event, 10-man tag team elimination match. That's going to be it'll like take an hour for that match, you know?
Yo, I just had a great idea. we should call into another show, and then when we get on, we should bring that. So
yeah, fuck Raw. Let's do this.
Chat room, find us a show. Fuck Raw.
Okay. Ground rules: no cancer and no children with fucking autism. The fuck's wrong with you people?
The chat room's already happy. They're like, yes.
God, this is the best show ever.
This is the best recap of Monday Night Raw.
Better than Raw Fallout.
Oh yeah, Papa Lou. See if you can find Papa Lou.
David, God, Papa Lou said he was going to take another caller, but apparently there's like 18 fucking callers ahead of us.
I really hope your family's listening in tonight, Drew, so they can see what terrible people your friends are, and how happy they are they didn't send you to New York with us.
Oh my God! Hey, no, we're good people. Okay,
oh, it should be another Raw post show. Make it another wrestling show. That probably would be best.
Shoot, who was it? Ferris was the one that told us he listened to another show before he called in us, or was that?
Yeah, but I think he said they didn't take callers.
Oh, of course, because why not have the most interactive post Raw post show on your
Why not when you can take callers and do the stuff that we do?
Are they still rambling?
I think last we checked on them, they were like nothing ever happened. All right, here we go.
Here we go.
2 hours of the strange and the weird.
Oh, this is probably JD's and Jeff's show that they're doing on their own. Just calling in our show. They're doing what we're doing.
All right, let's see what we get here. Dial in.
The separation of church, school,
Blog
or
Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. If you desire to speak to the host, please press 1 at any time, and the host will be notified that there is a caller in queue. Otherwise, please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
Why don't you ever hit 1?
Because I can't.
On Skype, yeah, you could.
I don't know.
You gotta go hit the plus button, and it'll go listen. Oh, maybe you can't now. Fuck. Oh no, you gotta hit the dial pad and you hit 1.
I don't hear anything. Are we on the show? Hi.
Oh, we're ruining it. It's supposed to be not Jeff. It's JD, and I dropped my phone. Shit.
I don't know.
I'm so losing track of the inception that's going on now. We're on the call of another call, but we've got other people not on the call that are on the call.
Where's DiCaprio when we need him?
All right.
Am I still on the call?
This show doesn't seem to be working, so let's try the other one we got here, the separation of church and state one. They're all post show, folks.
Blog Talk Radio. Welcome to Blog Talk Radio. If you desire to speak to the host, please press 1 at any time, and the host will be notified that there is a caller in queue. Otherwise, please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
You gotta hit it.
I hit 1. It doesn't
hit you. They've already taken our rights to be as people of certain color.
Mm-hmm.
They already took our right to be comfortable or at least decent living.
I'm gonna get my phone. I'll be right back.
Poor people.
It's a new day.
They've already taken away our rights to be as parents with our own children.
Oh, yeah.
They already made our job hard to teach our children that certain things they need to wait on by over-sexualizing almost every damn program on TV and removing every balancing act out of textbooks in school. So is this we're going to allow them to do? Is it take our last intimate, personal, human, fundamental...
Oh, my God. Shut up and bring on another caller. Bring us on.
To choose to be an individual person who has an individual belief, who believes in something for themselves, for their own personal moral convictions, by legalizing it to be banned? Are you serious? Like, truly serious?
Mm-hmm.
One of them just shit themselves.
That is the ultimate transfer of power. The hell
is she talking to somebody?
There are in the Congress. The hell with that.
Uh-huh.
Let those big egotistical idiots fight amongst themselves, and let's just do what we're supposed to do and make sure that they listen to our voices and do what. Okay. And if it doesn't work next 2 years, vote the mail out. So we're talking about them getting a little too personal now.
What show are we on now?
You're already telling us
I don't think they're going to take callers.
Yeah, I've had enough of this bitch. All right, let's try this one here.
Oh, we got another one? Sweet.
Should we check on them to make sure they're not dead yet?
I don't care.
Oh,
yeah,
man.
Do I. They're probably recalled back in on another fucking browser and can just hear us ignoring them.
Ryback's on Team Cena, huh?
Oh, you found Papa Lou. Are they live right now?
Fuck this, I'm getting a soda break.
Yeah, they're live.
Oh yeah, Papa Lou is on. We gotta do Papa Lou. Wait, you don't think Papa Lou's gonna take callers? Why not? Oh, you're talking about the other show, wasn't? Because I don't think they were.
I think it was Zilly meant the other show.
They figured out we ain't listening, but they're still just sitting there talking.
They're talking about vape pens. Are you kidding me?
I'm pretty sure if you went over back to their end, you would just hear, however.
Why isn't it doing the thing?
Do the thing!
I'm trying.
The host will be notified that there is a caller in queue. Otherwise, please hold and you will be able to listen to the show.
That time you pleasant bitch.
With that talent. You know, especially if you look at most cultures, a lot of it had more to do with the present or the distant rather than the future.
The future.
What? He clicked us off.
What the fuck?
Fuck you.
Probably heard us mocking him.
I'm calling it again. Fuck you. Fuck you, Papa Lou.
Papa Lou. It's like Buckaroo, but different.
Yeah, that was a good Wago.
So this is really slow, folks. I'm sorry. We're just like doing weird shit here. There's nothing to talk about on Raw. We're just having fun and fuck around on Blog Talk Radio. Nothing to see here, folks. If you want to keep having fun with us, you're free to hang out. I don't think we're talking about Raw anymore. It's Drew White Appreciation Night, folks.
Yeah, so stick around for that.
Back at the thermometer.
Yeah, I'm gonna call into the show as well and see who they take first.
Oh man, these muscle relaxers just hit me and it's fucking awesome.
All right, so they keep kicking us off. Anyone got any other shows they can suggest to us to try this on? All right, here we go. Deconstructed Colossians.
Tell them what to do immediately. Bam, how about this one?
I love our chat room.
Silent Wind of Doom. Especially Silent Wind of Doom. He's our best new, edition.
There's still 16 minutes until that show, so...
Yeah.
It's not on yet.
Oh, really? Oh, well, fuck.
Yeah, it says starts in 16 minutes and 40 seconds.
Blog Talk Radio.
Oh.
Your show is scheduled to start in 16 minutes.
Please call back within 15 minutes of scheduled showtime.
Thank you for using Blog Talk Radio. Goodbye.
Yo, Pop.
What's up with BTR changing it to a guy for that?
Yeah, that was fucking weird.
I was just listening in. I tuned in a little late, and I heard you guys were talking about vapor pits, so I thought I should join in on the subject, if you may. Now,
is this true
are
on
you
the
guys
show?
for or against vapor pits? Oh, again. Well, that's not good.
Is he calling someone on his phone?
Yeah, I think he is.
I feel like you're not taking my call seriously right now, and I'm kind of offended because I was really gonna just get in on this, and you're just saying mean things about the devil and all that crap.
Fuck true.
Well, it's actually Tuesday. It's Tuesday now. It's Tuesday now. Technically, it's 12:14.
Drew, give us a link.
Oh man, are you guys on the West Coast?
Fucking great entertainment right here.
Oh, they hung up on me.
What was the link? What was the show?
Papa Lou.
Was it?
They took your call?
Papa Lou?
Yes.
To the
I was
host,
gonna call
please
in.
press 1 at any time, and the host will be notified that there is a caller in queue. Otherwise, please
You calling
hold
Papa
and
Lou?
you'll be able to listen to the show.
Seat of the cab, and as my eyes were spinning, I looked down and I see an article about Connie Francis for my ticket.
You got hit the one
They
button,
asked me
otherwise
what
I'm
my
gonna take a
name
call.
was, and I said,
Oh.
I should go back to Papa Lou.
Why do people keep dropping? All right, someone's calling us from the 111. Let's see who this is.
Everybody from the 111.
Caller from 111. What's your name and where are you calling from?
Hi, my name is Luigi. I'm calling from Washington,
Luigi
DC.
from Washington, D.C.
What's up,
What's
Luigi?
shaking, Luigi?
Luigi.
All right, what's going on, guys? Am I
You are
on,
on, bro. You are live on the Raw Post Show on Mega Powers Radio on Drew White Appreciation Night. How you doing, dude? What do you think about the show tonight?
Fantastic. Well, I caught the tail end of it, and I got to tell you that I am very disappointed in the direction that WWE is going. I think as a longtime fan and with the Survivor Series, quite frankly, I think they've ruined the pay-per-view. I can remember back in the olden days when it was teams of 5 strive to survive, and they've gotten away from that. And quite frankly, it's damaging the product in the long term. And also this PG version, just as a long-time fan, makes me sick. What happened to King Kong Bundy squishing on midgets back at WrestleMania
That was
3?
so much more distinguished and noble. Yes. I feel you, dude. I mean, you bring in a guy like Eric Rowan is suddenly involved in this main event storyline, which up to this point has not actually been too bad. When you have your champion just sitting at home, nowhere to be seen, it is it's nothing to get too excited about.
Disgraceful is what it is. I mean, they signed a deal with Brock Lesnar, whether it's an appearance deal or whatever the deal is, and the champion's never on TV. I mean, if you go back to the NWA days in the late 80s, early 90s, if Ric Flair wasn't fighting, he was always there with the strap over there with Jim Crockett and Tony Schiavone, always speaking. Whether he was speaking of Tommy Rich or Dusty Rhodes or, Terry Funk or one of those guys, he was always talking. He was always making an appearance. That strap was always on that podium as he spoke to, Gordon Soley even. And that's the problem with wrestling. And I think where Vince has seriously messed up is he's got this PG version, which would be great to the 8 to the 9 o'clock hour and even the 9 to 10 o'clock hour. But that hour from 10 to 11 needs to get back to somewhat of the Attitude Era, or at least a mature audience. Because if you want to draw people, if you want to draw wrestling fans, the true wrestling fans, that's what you need. I mean, let's face it, the children that shouldn't be watching the product are in bed between 10 and 11 because the kids have to go to school in the morning. Let's face it. The fans are leaving the product. I mean, I have been a wrestling fan since the early 80s. And in the last 5 or 6 years, I have watched less wrestling, and it's sad because it's something that I look forward to all the time, and I find myself watching, reruns of Roseanne on TV Land because the product sucks. Your thoughts on everything I just said, I guess?
Well, first off, before Paden says anything, did you hear that, Wago? The champion showed up still, motherfucker.
I was taking a piss.
Oh, you missed it.
I don't go quite back as far as you, but I'm not a firm believer of the idea that we have to go back to the Attitude Era in order to have compelling television. You can write compelling storylines and make characters that people care about without being in an Attitude Era type product. You don't have to have blood. You don't have to have cursing. You don't have to have scantily clad women. You could just have to have two guys wanting to fight and people caring enough to see those guys fight to want to order a pay-per-view and keep watching the television show. And you could do that without all that stuff. They've done it before. I mean, wrestling had survived over a century without having the blood and the guts and all the things that they had in the Attitude Era. You can have some of it here and there peppered in, but it doesn't have to be overkill, which it was at that point. They could use a little more. I don't disagree. When I see blood now, or when I see like something really vicious, like especially with these curb stomps that Seth Rollins has been doing, we've been seeing a little bit of the blood with that. It's been cool to see. But if we saw that every single week, and from the stupidest little things, like someone gets hit with a cake and all of a sudden they're bleeding on their forehead, like we don't need to get there.
Oh, Ric Flair.
Oh yeah, Ric Flair gets hit with a book and he gets a paper cut.
No, I'm just saying, if he got hit in the face with a cake, he would start bleeding. Like, he would. Because it's Ric Flair. Yeah.
And then he'd elbow drop the cake.
Drew, you got anything to actually say about this topic?
Fuck, I didn't start watching until 2004. I can tell you, looking back at Ruthless Aggression, though, like, at least the first, 3 or 4 years of that was pretty good. From what I've heard, so I mean, you can always go back to something along those lines. Not as aggressive as the Attitude Era, but something that you can still do stuff like cuss a little bit and all that crap that people want to see with the Attitude Era. It doesn't have to be over the top.
I want to touch on something you said, though.
Yes.
I want to touch on something. You said that wrestling has survived all these years without, say, the Attitude Era and things like that. You're right, wrestling did survive. But wrestling survived because there was an NWA, there was a UWF, there was a Florida State wrestling. There was the, territorial days, if you will, as the Dusty Rhodes.
Well, the territories didn't exist until the late 60s and early 70s. There's still a solid 60, 70 years of wrestling in the United States going back to the mid 1800s.
I'm saying, though, look at the ratings.
There was no television.
I mean, they didn't have...
there was no television back then.
No, I'm saying when WCW and WWE, and WWF were going head to head, they had the most ratings they've ever had. And now there's no competition. You've got TNA, which is a bucket of shit.
Can't disagree with you there.
Ooh, he agrees with us.
But Vince, God bless him, bought all the competition. And because of that, and because of the direction he's going, wrestling as a whole is at an all-time low.
Wrestling is not at an all-time low. That's a whole bunch of bullshit. I can give you fucking plenty of years where wrestling has been significantly more atrocious than what we've got right now. And as far as in-ring quality goes, we are at the absolute pinnacle. There has never been a time in professional wrestling where wrestling has been that goddamn good in the ring on a week-to-week basis.
Well, I disagree 100%.
It depends.
I'm going to go because I can tell I've talked too much. But I couldn't disagree.
All right, Luigi. Wago.
When you disagree,
Luigi, we appreciate we appreciate your call, man. We always appreciate everyone's opinions.
Thank you so much, guys. Have a great night. Your show rocks. I've heard it a couple times, and in the words of Ric Flair.
Woo! Take care.
Woo! Oh, no, don't leave yourself too hard. You might cut yourself.
Wago chasing off our fucking call.
God, Wago, what'd you... Yeah, come on, Wago.
Wago's like, fuck, I'm tired of everybody saying the champion needs to be there. Fuck.
I don't give a shit. That's
Now we know
retarded.
what Wago's buttons are.
Wow.
Yeah, champion showing up and wrestling not being that good.
I was gonna like.
Don't fucking like it that much.
Well, I was gonna counter his point in a much more respectful manner, but I was gonna say he said there's no competition, but there's a lot of competition right now. Yeah, you have TNA. You know, TNA says people say TNA is the de facto number 2. Well, that's far from true anymore, especially with the fact that they're probably not gonna have a TV deal come next year. But there is Ring of Honor. There's New Japan. There's Lucha Underground. You can import all types of companies like AAA and whoever else in other countries that I can't even imagine what exists out there in India and shit like that. So there's so much out there, and there's so much access to it with torrenting and the WWE Network. I'll even say there's so much wrestling out there to watch. It is the best time in history to be a wrestling fan, and it is kind of sad when there's people that can only find the negative out there. And we said tonight's Raw was shitty, and we don't disagree with that. Tonight was a shitty show. Shitty shows exist, but at this.
Yeah, I'm just saying though, in ring quality, it's bullshit to say that it's shitty at this point. It's the best time.
Oh, people have had to push each other to such limits because after like the cruiserweights and the fucking those tag team battles that we had through the late '90s, everything got pushed to such a crazy bar. Everyone, like you watch those Raws from the mid early '90s, like 3/4 of the matches on there are just simple squash matches. And like, yeah, we'll still get some squash matches, but even the squash matches now are actually like somewhat quality compared to the ones we got back then.
There's a lot of things, even on tonight's episode, there were things that were good. I mean, I wouldn't go so far as to say this is the best time to be a wrestling fan, like, ever. But, shit, a lot of things have gotten so much better. I mean, a lot of people even complain about the set, and they're like, you know what, every time that we look on WWE, it's the same set or whatever. Yeah, the set is better than what it used to be.
Oh, yeah.
Look at the old ECW sets and shit. Like, do you really want to go back to make it look like it's
I don't know, man, but there's something... There's something really
Ambrose.
magical about those late '90s sets in WWE and WCW. Like,
I think it's more nostalgia.
No, dude, they had like the graveyards and they had the
definitely.
stagecoaches and tanks and all types of cool shit.
I think if you did the same thing, you took the exact same thing and you put it out there now, people would be like, "This looks kind of like
tacky."
Yeah. But I think just because back in the day it was cool. It's kind of like watching an old movie with bad special effects, but if the special effects haven't gotten beyond that point, then, oh my God, it's amazing. Look, you can't even see the strings on that airplane. Like, you know what I mean? But Dean Ambrose is able to record a crystal clear footage with his buddy's cell phone. It's a great time. You've got an Intercontinental Championship match with a new up-and-comer guy like Luke Harper beating somebody like Dolph Ziggler who's looking better than ever. And it not only means something for the Intercontinental Championship, but it means something for the pay-per-view that's being built up. Like, there's good things. I mean, tonight's Raw was a drag, but we got to see topless Putin.
That fucking picture. Hey, why don't we check in with our good friends, JD and not Jeff?
Oh, those Goombers are still there.
Let me mute real quick.
Bringing back the Cruiserweight title.
No.
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hello?
Hello?
Hello.
Anyone out here? Anyone here?
I'm still here. I don't know if anyone else is.
We're here.
Ground control. All right. Finally, thank goodness.
Mm-hmm.
What happened?
Indeed.
Me and JD just had a nice
You
talk.
sure did.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. So, anyway, the high point and low point, and then after that, don't worry, Drew, I got your birthday song almost ready, man.
Oh, thank you. Thank you so much.
Well deserved, too.
Yeah.
Yep. You know, the high point of this Raw was Ryback versus Cesaro. The low point of this Raw was, AJ, Nikki, Brie Bella, and AJ. Brie Bella mocking AJ, which I think wasn't good, but I didn't like that whatsoever. But I did like the way that they had Brie win against Nikki too.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, Drew. I'm gonna plug in my amplifier right now.
Okay. All right.
All right.
This is for
I'm
you,
gonna have
Drew.
you guys. I got you guys on. Hold on 1 second.
Hold on.
The fuck? Sounds better than Paden, man.
Woo! Yeah!
Thank you. Thank you. Jeff, thank you so much for that. But hey,
That was actually beautiful. As Creepers Under Radar said, Peter Frampton suck a cock.
Help, I've ruffled and I can't get up.
Hey.
Well, Peter Frampton in the edge ain't got crap on me. Not Flash.
Well, anyways, you need to participate and ask Drew tonight. So you need to ask Drew one question. Two questions, actually. Two questions.
Sure, go ahead. Drew.
Yes.
When did you first start watching wrestling?
JD already asked that one. Gotta pick a different one.
Oh, okay. Drew, when did you attend? Which wrestling show did you attend?
My first one?
Yeah.
My first one was 2005. It was a SmackDown. It was the last match Eddie Guerrero ever fought in.
Against Mr. Kennedy?
Yeah. And we did the chair thing. And that was the... I believe if you listen to the taping of it, there's a part that when Eminem's on fucking the ring and you just hear some kid shout, "You guys suck." That was me.
Nice.
Next question.
Yes.
Who is your favorite WWE diva?
Does that have to be on the roster now?
It has to be on the roster, yes.
Okay, it would be Layla.
What? Layla?
Yeah.
Layla. Ooh.
Yeah.
I can tell she has a nice body, man.
Oh, yeah, I want to lick that chicken.
Yeah, got some man, her chubby legs.
Ain't nobody got
No,
time
I
for
got
that,
plenty
man.
of time for that.
I'm not watching Layla for her matches.
I'm certainly not.
Well, I mean, and one more thing. Yes, I am going to watch the Survivor Series
excellent.
as well. So we can only hope. So we can only hope for the best about Team Authority losing. We can only hope for the best, guys.
Yes.
Yep. Because I'm tired of seeing them on my TV.
I think everyone is at this point.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Great times as always. Have a good night, guys. We'll talk to you soon.
Rock on. See y'all later.
See ya.
Oh my god. Oh my gosh.
Oh god.
It's a spooky goal.
So
you still with us here,
no,
JD?
JD's gone. I hung up.
Okay.
And it's gone.
Did he leave?
No, I had to let them
before?
both go at the same time there. So how about that, huh?
Yeah, you couldn't just let one go. It'd be
So
like
did they
playing
realize?
favorites.
Yeah. I think they realized we were talking at one point.
What? I'm not sure.
I think that they realized that something was going on, but they didn't know what. But they certainly didn't give a shit.
Maybe they thought they were saving the show.
Maybe.
Yeah, maybe they thought like we got disconnected and they were taking over as hosts. Like, well, we got to do our duty. Like, you know, the whole like.
And then he's gonna come back. Now he's gonna come back to show his friends the archive version.
So
it's like the soldier next to you dies, so you pick up his gun and keep the war
You
going.
guys ever watched Always Sunny? It's gonna be like that episode where Mac is like, "Oh my god, guys, I'm on the news. I totally popped." And then it shows him. It's just him for like half a second. Goes, "It was totally crazy." So I guess Wazili is saying the unofficial, however, count was 17 tonight because he was on there for a long time.
No, it probably was a lot more. Probably was more than that.
Oh, I stopped ringing when fucking Jeffrey came in.
He didn't even complain about the Jeff thing tonight.
I don't think he heard it.
Probably because we didn't complain about whatever the fuck his impression was.
I think we all kind of like jumped on the idea of saying Jeff at the same time, so it all just came up like, hey.
So, did you guys know who he was impersonating?
I think it was The Undertaker on crack.
Was it supposed to be Triple H?
Oh. Wow.
Yeah, damn, you gotta understand that.
I'm more confused about what he was trying to sing at the end than anything else.
Wasn't it Happy Birthday?
Was he playing it like a fucking kazoo?
No, I think he had like one of those voice modulators for a guitar.
Hi guys. Yeah. You guys got disconnected, so I took over the show.
So not Jeff said happy birthday to me. What? You guys are fucking flat.
I'm sorry,
John.
Drew. Happy birthday.
God.
Yeah.
Oh, I should have mentioned this sooner. About halfway through when we brought them back, Silent Wind of Doom joined us. What's up, Silent Wind of Doom?
Have I been like noise? Like I'm connected?
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you've been connected for like 5 minutes, dude. I've been hearing you like tapping your headset and typing and shit. It's been annoying as fuck.
I just assumed
I heard a beep, and then I was like, okay, let me hit the one button, and I did, and it told me absolutely nothing, so I wasn't sure.
See, there you go, Drew. You hit the one button, it doesn't do anything.
Just suck it, Drew. I'm sorry, it's supposed to be Drew White Appreciation Night.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah.
You
just ruined Drew White Appreciation Night. Thank you.
That's amazing. Oh, come on, Drew.
That means we don't have to do it anymore.
JK. LOL. HI, hop in.
I think you've been given the best gift you can. This was an amazing episode, and it will always be remembered. This was Drew Appreciation Night, where all this crazy happened.
Exactly. Greatest episode in the history of the post show, that's for sure.
So, Silent Wind of Doom, do you have anything nice to say about Drew for Drew White Appreciation Night?
Drew, I love you, man.
Oh,
I love you too. I love you,
We're getting emotional here on the Raw Post Show on Mega Powers Radio. So, what did you think about Raw tonight?
I hear a lot of people say this about movies that they've seen or stuff, but I watched Raw. I did kind of go through it quickly, but I watched Raw and I got to the end and I went, I watched 3 hours? I can't really remember anything that happened.
Mm-hmm. I could tell you every single thing that happened in all the Raws I watched through the Summer of Sean in 1996. I can't tell you dick of what happened tonight.
What about 1997?
I don't know. Does anyone know what Team Authority actually is?
It's Seth Rollins, it's Rusev, it's Mark Henry, I think Corporate Kane, and some guy. Luke Harper.
It's
some
guy.
So no
Team
Cesaro.
Cena, according to their website, is Cena, Ziggler, Big Show, Eric Rowan, and Ryback. So no Sheamus, no Cesaro, no Jack Swagger, no anybody else who was like teased.
Yeah, and some guy. I'm a team player.
Some guy versus the big guy.
Versus the big.
Some guy.
I had no clue until the Bray Wyatt promo when they zoomed out and I saw the bottom of the stage, that little video screen there, that this was the Go Home show. I read that. I was like, oh yeah, Survivor's this Sunday?
Yeah. And remember, it's free.
I got a question for you. What do you think about Ryback's weight training belt?
I
missed that.
How can you miss that? It's huge.
I know.
It was also like obnoxiously like bright
bad.
candy red colored on his black outfit.
Yeah, it was kind of tacky. I mean, not tacky as Tony's shirt, but pretty tacky.
Ryback can't pull off a pink shirt.
The picture.
No, I think he's good.
So I want to do. Was there anything good about this show tonight? We don't all want to be negative Nancy's here.
Like that douchebag.
We have a new Damien Sandow. Heath Slater, Damien Sandow now.
Okay.
Nobody liked Grumpy Cat.
That
Nobody
fell
liked Grumpy
flat.
Cat.
That fell so flat. And the Miz loves Grumpy Cat.
As soon as they showed Grumpy Cat, the crowd went.
I really don't think that was deserved. Like seriously, it's a fucking cat. What did the cat do that's so wrong?
I don't know. Seth Rollins is a cat, and he did some pretty horrible things.
I think the cat's problem was he existed.
Yeah, think about it.
Oh, I got a good.
Let's all do the cat with dwarfism.
People breaking rules? What's going on?
I didn't do that. Did you do that, Drew?
Whoa, what the fuck happened?
No,
Drew was on the radar, just got muted by the admin. And guest 6.
I don't know the password.
What the fuck did
Mega
guest?
Powers anymore.
I can understand Creep was on the radar. He might have gotten auto banned for spamming. What the fuck did guest 6828 do? I don't know what happened there, guys. I'm sorry.
Breaking rules? What?
Let me see if there's something I can do to undo that. In the meantime, Silent Wind of Doom, continue on, please.
Oh, there was something good.
Mm-hmm.
Something good. The Elf is this week's the Rosebud Hottie of the Week.
The Elf?
That's all I've got.
There was an elf, wasn't there?
Yeah.
Oh my god. Even
There was an elf. Oh
even
my,
WWE
there
is
was an elf.
participating in this Christmas way too goddamn early shit.
I don't know what happened. It used to be a hard deadline, Thanksgiving. Could creep as much as it could not pass Thanksgiving. And like 2 years ago, they just stopped doing Thanksgiving.
Yeah, now we shop on Thanksgiving. Or in my case, I work on Thanksgiving. Not looking forward to that. So what was your high point, low point for tonight's show, Silent Wind of Doom?
I don't even know what to say. Like I said, I everything felt. I was shocked that whatchamacallit won the Intercontinental Championship. I love the Wyatts, so I was kind of, I guess, glad. But everything was pretty much blah tonight, so I felt nothing about anything. The end was kind of cool, though.
All right, well, one last thing to take care of. Do you have any questions for Ask Drew?
That's a nope.
No, every caller has to have a question for Ask Drew. This is Drew White Appreciation Night. Everybody says something nice about Drew, and everyone has a question for Ask Drew. That's the rules.
Are you going to rename your new team when you get?
No, we're not doing that. That's coming up.
It's that's really happening, Drew. It's like part of Drew White Appreciation Night. We appreciate how much you're good at Fantasy League. That's why we're going to give you a shitty team and see what you can do with it.
We believe in you.
Believe in you.
I like what you know.
All right.
That's okay. You can have Miguel's.
Well, before we go, we have an important thing that Silent Wind of Doom sent me in the messages on Facebook that he wanted me to play as part of Drew White Appreciation Night. He put this together just for you. You ready, Drew? You listening?
Here we
you listening,
go.
Drew?
Yeah,
okay.
I'm here.
This is for you, Drew.
Yeah.
That was awesome.
I don't know why it's not playing. It says it is.
Dramatic.
I broke it.
It's been sent to wherever JD.
No, I know. I uploaded it to the board and it's just not playing. Damn it, Drew. This is what happens when we have a Drew White Appreciation Night. Nothing works. There you go, Drew. That was for you, Drew.
Then.
All right, Silent Wind of Doom. Great to have you on as always, bro. Have a good night.
I don't even eat cheeses.
Yeah, Mr. Cat.
I didn't know I left. Shoot.
Okay, that was, yeah, I like it at least. So, and they speak
All
of it.
right. So we have one more caller. We only have a few minutes left in the show, about a little over 15. So we're going to bring them on. We might have time for one more. So if you're listening, you want to get your voice heard here in the Raw Post Show on megapowersradio.com on Drew White Appreciation Night. Dial in area code 760-512-7247. We want to hear what you got to say, especially if it's about Drew White, because we know you're definitely going to have something cool. And shout outs to all those in the chat room. We got Creepers on the Radar, Ferris 419, Chaotic, Silent Wind of Doom, and Wazili. I figured out how to unmute Creepers on the Radar. There we go. Sorry, Creepers. I didn't know how that happened, but we got you undone there. So there you go. All right, we got one caller here. We're going to bring on from the 419, so I think this is Ferris. Ferris, is that you, bud?
Hey, what's happening,
What's
guys?
shaking, dude? Welcome to the Raw Post Show's Drew White Appreciation Night. How you doing, dude?
That's what I heard. I heard it's all for Drew, so I had to call in and express my gratitude and appreciation for the man of the hour.
Please do, man. Say all the nice things you want about Mr. Drew White.
All right, I come up with some. Everybody else took it. There's so many good things to say about Drew, but everybody else took mine. But I like how Drew makes such good choices on the fantasy league. Always good moves. Always keeps it classy, and he's not in last place, so that's good.
Yeah, who is in last place again? Oh yeah, it's the Tykes.
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Some guy.
Some guy with some Tykes or something.
Well, excellent, kind words for Drew White here on Drew White Appreciation Night. What did you think about Raw tonight, man?
To be honest, I only caught like the last 20 minutes of it. But I don't know. You know, like you guys said, kind of craptastic. Although I admit, even though it was random, I really did like the final segment where Rowan came out and then Ryback came out. I I enjoyed it. You know, and it was kind of out of place, but I don't know. We'll see where it goes.
Yeah, I don't know if this is their attempt to try to get Eric Rowan over as a character or what the placement of him in there is supposed to accomplish, because I don't believe that him and Harper have any kind of beef. They never had a breakup. It was just Bray Wyatt saying they're both set free, and now all of a sudden they hate each other. I don't get it.
Yeah, I thought that was kind of weird.
Well, what do you think about Survivor Series, though? You going to watch it?
Oh, I'm definitely going to watch it. You know, I got the network. It's free.
Free.
For that anyway, but yeah, I'm going to watch it. We'll see. You know, I'll give it a chance, and then afterwards I can just bitch about it online like everybody else.
Well, we're always an open forum for people to come and bitch about the same old shit week in, week out.
That's right. That's why I like it, because it's so interactive. Unlike those other shitty Raw post shows.
We invite everyone to call in here. We might not necessarily talk to you the whole time. We might let you talk to yourself for a little bit.
See, that's what I was thinking. I was thinking you were going to keep Silent Wind of Doom on here, and you were going to patch me in to him so we could have like a 15-minute private conversation.
I guess I should have. If I'm going to play fair, I should have offered that out to everybody. Maybe next week. Indeed.
So shout out to Silent Wind, too.
Yeah, shout out to you guys. So if it weren't for fans like you, who knows where we'd be.
So Silent Wind of Doom, not John.
He's not John. That is correct. He's not John.
Not John. Okay. Hey, I got a question for Drew Appreciation Night.
Two questions for Ask Drew. Oh my.
Number one. Is that okay? Am I allowed to do that, or am I?
Dude, you know what? As a matter of fact, you can ask 3 questions.
Oh my God! Well, I don't have 3 ready, so we'll think about it last again. All right, number 1, Drew. What is your favorite musical group or artist?
Oh, that's a good one. Let me think.
Don't say Eminem.
Favorite band.
Funky.
My favorite band? 21 Pilots.
Okay.
Favorite artist? It'd be Logic for rap.
Okay.
Okay.
And number 2, I have my second question. What is I want you to describe your perfect, sexiest woman.
Ooh.
Oh, God.
What does it for Drew? What does Drew look for?
Remember, Drew, Cool Man might be listening.
What do I don't know. It might be too much for talk. But anyway,
I'm
I'm
like girlfriend's Facebook.
no. Shoot, I might actually. I don't know. I'm trying to think.
Just tell us what AJ's shirt color is right now.
Fuck, dude. He made me leave. Like, I'm trying to sleep. Will you fucking go outside? Like, God, fine, nigga. Damn.
He doesn't like it when you're by him when he's sleeping.
Yeah, apparently. I mean, fuck, I'm doing a podcast here, and I'm fucking burning. Come on, what do you
Answer
think?
the question,
Anyway,
Drew.
like, God, fuck. I'm sad.
Doesn't need to be here.
Yeah, that's.
Oh, I got a third question I thought of whenever you're ready.
Whenever he
Anyway,
answers the second
question. All right, so not too bad in the face. It doesn't have to be perfect. I'm an ass man. So anything in the all that in the trunk, all that junk in the trunk. Fergie-licious, definitions.
Fucking white is unbelievable.
I have a weird fetish for Asians, but I don't necessarily know if I'd marry an Asian. So I don't know about that, but yeah, can't be black because I ain't dealing with no daddy issues.
Wow.
This is a racist.
Yeah, geez.
Hey, no, it isn't racist if it isn't true.
At least Drew White's name's in the title, not any of ours.
Yeah, so,
it's only his mom who's probably listening and
I
not
think
ours.
Yeah, why can't it be Drew Black Appreciation Night?
Yeah, what the fuck, Drew?
At this point, it's become
it's a
Drew
perfect
Asian
woman.
Appreciation Night.
So third question.
Third question. Did Drew ever know that he's my hero? He's everything I wish I could be. I can fly higher than an eagle, 'cause Drew is the wind beneath my wings. And I will always love Drew. That's for you, buddy.
Well, listen, I always knew I was a hero, so you're welcome.
Ferris, you've officially put yourself on outro duty.
I can't believe this.
See, I could understand that song. I couldn't understand what the fuck Not Jeff was saying.
Yeah, Drew, you got 2 songs for you.
Got you guys. Got you fuckers.
Oh, goodness.
You're actually not Ferris.
Ferris, anything else tonight, man?
I got nothing. I don't know. I'm just bullshitting here. I just wanted to call up and say I love Drew, and everybody should too. And
all right, man.
Yeah.
We always appreciate you calling in, man. We only
work.
got a few minutes left here, so we're going to have to cut off and get things wrapped up here. But we appreciate everything you said. We appreciate everything you said in appreciation of Drew.
All right. Thanks, guys.
Take
I'll
care,
catch you
dude.
next time.
Stay black.
Oh my goodness, what a night it has been here on the Raw Post Show on Mega Powers Radio. We've actually pretty much made it the whole 2 hours with no breaks. I can't remember the last time we actually did that, all because it's Drew White Appreciation Night.
Well, and we also put the Raw post show in the middle of the show.
Silent Wind of Doom says, I believe that Drew White is the future. Teach him well and let him lead the way. He will not be a slave, but he will be a conqueror.
Lame.
But also in the chat, or are you just saying that?
I'm just saying that.
Either way, I appreciate it.
No, Drew,
It's
we
your appreciation,
appreciate you. So one last thing we
but
should
I
do
appreciate
here.
you
Let's
too.
let each one of the people here do one more question for Ask Drew. And I think either something for Ask Drew or say one more thing you appreciate. You can do either or. So Wago, since you're the meanest, why don't you start off?
No, in all seriousness, though, for all the shit that I give you, you are reliable and you're a good friend. Just a shame that you stutter so much.
Oh.
You had to undercut that, didn't you?
Yeah, I was like, too nice. And
You're like, it burns.
You know, you're like that older brother. It's like a dick to you around his friends, but when you're not around your friends, like, oh, it's not that bad. I mean,
It's like my face started to itch the more I said. My face started to itch the more nice things I said. I was like, no.
Started getting a
no.
tick. Like, must say something mean.
Yeah, you're the only autistic kid I've
All right, Tony, spotlight's on you.
Well, thank you.
I get rid of people all the time on Smart Cat Moment and Fanboys Anonymous for different reasons. Some because they really need to be kicked out, and some because it just doesn't work out for one reason or another. But if Drew ever were to leave the team, I would be legitimately upset. Drew's somebody who he came on board because he was a fan of the show, and a lot of times if people throw out a little suggestion of like, hey, can I be on the show? I'll kind of be like, this guy's got to be terrible or something. Not that we don't appreciate when you guys call in and stuff, but it's a different story to have them on as like a co-host. But Drew's worked his way into becoming a major part of this team that is irreplaceable. So I'm a big fan of Drew being my friend. I really like this kid.
Aw.
You have to like fucking take it down a peg at the end of two, though. Yeah, that kid.
See, that would have ended with me giving him a noogie.
Oh, and we got a special guest here who also wanted to wish good tidings to Drew. They traveled a long way to get here. Someone very close to Drew. I don't know if Drew would have expected this person to be here on Drew White Appreciation Night. Here they are, Time Cow.
I was about to make a joke saying you're milking this.
Well, Time Cow, it's nice for you to show up on Drew White Appreciation Night, and I'm thankful. I mean, we've had our beefs in the past, and I knew as soon as you were here, I'm like, oh, this is just going to be here to fuck with me. But I was like, hey, it's Mr. Kata and the Time Cow, all right? So, agreed, 100%.
All right, and that leaves it to me. You guys both did the nice thing. I'm actually going to go with a question. So I'm going to ask you, Drew, why don't you tell the world why you're better than Miguel?
Oh man, because
this is like a joke come true to him.
Oh, dude, I could have like 100 reasons why I'm better than Miguel. Well, first off, I don't eat chicken tacos. I don't podcast next to a sink. Oh, I don't sleep. Oh, my bad. I have fallen asleep before in the middle of a Royal Rumble review, I believe. Oh wait, never mind. I'm next to a sink now. Just kidding. But anyways,
this became the roast of Miguel. In all seriousness, I feel bad. We're gonna have a freaking Miguel appreciation show now. The chat.
Yeah, you gave Drew the show because you was addicted to Drew. Now you're addicted.
No,
to
I'm addicted to anime. I'm addicted to anime.
I was about to make that joke. God damn it!
I only came up with that question because the chat room was mentioning something about Miguel and like Drew being better than Miguel. So.
No. Oh, also,
to be fair, Drew is better.
Also, Miguel's is worse to me because I don't believe Kane should be Daniel Bryan for the title. All right.
All right, Drew. We don't got much time here, but we had a lot of people come together for Drew White Appreciation Night here. People coming from all different lands, all different walks of life. You even got 2 songs sung for you this evening. Any words for your people on this evening?
Oh, well, I'm grateful to be a part of such a great team. And Time Cow, even Time Cow. I've kept my anger with Time Cow in, but, I'm just grateful to be a part of this team of people. You guys are great guys. I'm really serious.
Guys, all right. Let Drew have a speech. Let Drew have a speech.
Thank you. But I'd just like to say thank you guys for being awesome to me. And, you guys are really good friends, and I'm really glad that I took the time to be with you guys, staying up till like 5 o'clock in the morning on a Wednesday or Thursday or Friday or Saturday, just talking in Skype because, we don't have lives and such. So, yeah. Go us. Go team. America. That kind of stuff.
Creepers on the Radar says he podcasts next to a Sphinx.
Yes, one with great big eyebrows.
All right, guys, we only got 2 minutes left here, so real quick plugs. Tony, go fast.
Go.
SmartGuyMember.com.
Wago, go.
UDMMA.com, Facebook.com/AddictedAnimeFans, and check me out on YouTube /Stephen Wago. Yeah, I'm putting out
fancy
content now.
All right, Drew, good.
Fuck, I never had a I don't have a plug. Never have.
All right, well, make sure
But
you
no.
tune in to the next Drew White Appreciation Night, whenever that'll be.
90 seconds.
Whenever we get hard on Drew again. Tune in next week when we hit the shit on Drew Appreciation
All
Show.
right, folks, we hope you enjoyed this edition of the Raw Post Show. Please join us every single Monday night here on MegaPowersRadio.com after the conclusion of Monday Night Raw, where we will always gather for the most interactive post-Raw experience available out there on the internets. However, if you cannot join us, we are available in lots of archived means, including iTunes, Stitcher Radio, YouTube, and, of course, on SmartOutMoment.com. Folks, once again, this has been Drew White Appreciation Night. Leave your friendly comments for Drew White on the Twitter at Raw Post Show and the YouTube comments below. However you want to send them out there, keep sending your love out for Drew White all week. And for Drew White, for Stephen Wago, and for Tony Mango, I'm Mike Paden. We'll see y'all next time on the Raw Post Show on Mega Powers Radio.